Okay, so let's now talk about the levels of consciousness. This is a crucial thing to understand. Once you get this, you'll become aware of where you're operating from. So the first level of consciousness is to me, to me. This is the lowest level of consciousness, where you'll perceive that life is happening to you. People in this state feel powerless as through their external circumstances, right? They believe in like fate dictates their reality, and they often blame outside forces for their struggles. So this is where people would start digging on, oh, my mother did this to me, my father did this to me, my boyfriend did this to me, I'm in the wrong country, I'm in the wrong economy, it's the coach's fault, it's my healer's fault, it's my teacher's fault, right? These people see themselves as victims of their environment. They're completely lost in the matrix. They have no awareness, they're creating all of it, and they believe that life happens to me. Very scary place to be here, very scary. Majority of humans operate from this consciousness. Victim mentality, which is why they struggle to manifest beautiful lives, amazing things. The glass is always half empty. Symptoms of this: blame, frustration, feeling stuck, scarcity mindset. Language, you'll often hear them say is, why is this happening to me? Nothing ever goes my way. And so for healers, they will dig for why they were abused. Why did it happen to me? Why did my uncle do this to me? Why me? Why did my boyfriend do this to me? Why me? And you will dig and find a million and one reasons for why it was you, right? Past lives, future lives, different timelines, different dimensions, collective consciousness. It doesn't end. You'll find a million and one reasons for why this is happening to you if you're operating from victim consciousness. The shift here is moving from victimhood into personal empowerment, meaning taking responsibilities for one's choices and reactions. This means taking responsibility. To move out of blame and into responsibility. You are the creator of your reality. You get to change it. So an example might be someone who's in an unfulfilling job and they're complaining about the boss, the workplace, right? Or the healer or coach complaining, no clients, the offers aren't selling, without realizing they have the power to change jobs, improve skills, or start their own business. Okay? Next, by me consciousness. So at this stage of empowerment, you realize you're the creator of your reality. You start to take responsibility for your life. You start to create some goals, take action, and you begin to manifest your desires. Here's the rub with this one. It involves hustle, a lot of it. I spent many years in this dynamic. And it works. You can push the boulder up the hill or get that boulder up the hill and you get the prize, you get the sticker, you get the award. Well done me, I did it. Okay? The core belief is life happens by me. Typically, it's the avatar locked in constant doing. Doing. It's a lot of hours, it's a lot of effort. Okay? You need a lot of motivation here. You're going to be doing a lot of goal setting. You're going to have control issues here and a hustle mentality. I just work harder. I just roll up my sleeves, put in the extra hours. Right? There's a sense of pride that happens here at this level because like, I did it. God didn't help me at all. I did it by myself. It's all me and I get the recognition. And so the ego is very unbalanced in this state because one, if you succeed at this state, you get this sense of feeling like rewarded for your hard effort, which becomes a self-fulfilling pattern. You keep chasing, you keep hustling for more rewards, like the good little girl working hard. But then the other way is if it fails and if it doesn't work, then your ego beats you up, makes you feel like a failure, and you go into unworthiness, which then motivates you to work even harder, hustle harder, and then you get some rewards. And now you're learning, oh, if I just hustle harder, if I push further, if I work longer, if I skip meals, if I skip sleep, then I'll achieve, then I'll get successful, then I'll get rich. So this has a price. Okay? So the language here is I create my own success. I make things happen, right? This is your avatar locked in doing this. So the shift here is letting go of excessive control and surrendering to divine flow. Let me repeat that. Letting go of excessive control and surrendering to divine flow. So an example, the entrepreneur working tirelessly to build their business, right? Believing that business success is entirely based on strategy and action. This is the person who is locked in building funnels, measuring their metrics, and you can make a lot of money this way. I've seen it in space. They're doing 100K, 200, 300K months. They're making lots of money. That's a lot of hustle, a lot of work, a lot of physical effort, a lot of doing this. And the moment they stop, the money stops. So it's them working, it's their ads working, it's their team working, a lot of hours, big teams, like a lot of processes, a lot of number crunching. It's hard work. So you can hustle your way and achieve some level of result through physical effort, because there are many ways to manifest, many ways. Okay, even the victims manifest. The homeless person sits on the floor at the train station, waits for money to drop in their hat, and they do get some coins in their hat. Victim mentality, you can still manifest. But how are you manifesting? From lack. The person that's telling everyone their sob stories so they can get a free place on a course or a program or a masterclass. I had some students like this, like course after course after course. They kept wanting freebies. I'm like, you've had 4 courses, like implement what you've learned, go make some money. Because if I keep giving you free courses, you're never going to learn how to apply what I've taught you, right? So I was teaching them to let go of being the victim as a way to manifest. Because yes, you can manifest by people feeling sorry for you and pity, but then you're always in lack potential. You're always in victim mentality in order to get something. It's not a very nice energy to receive from. It's kind of parasitical, right? Level 2, it's still not great because you're exhausted, you're overworked, you're burnt out. So like every coach, mentor that's talking about burning out is trying to heal all the people at the level 2 consciousness. Yeah. All right. So you may recognize yourself in some of these. Okay. Through me consciousness. Okay. So this is where probably most of you are at. This is the consciousness of co-creation with a higher power. This is when you go up and out of your space, connect to the creator, and you're working with God. You're still perceiving God as something outside of you, and you're connecting to the creator and working with the creator, this God outside of you. And there are many names for this divine energy, God, creator, Allah, right? Many names for the divine, but it's always a perceptions outside. So you go out of your space to connect to something outside of you, which has all these superpowers that can make your life better. Okay. So the people in this consciousness understand, well, they're the creators. They do not need to control every aspect of their life. Instead, they surrender and allow divine inspiration to move through them. So life happens through me. So they allow God to work through them, to guide them in the action steps and the moves. The symptoms of this is a deep trust in your relationship with God. Learning to master energetic alignment. Learning to trust your intuition and match it with action. You get intuitive insight and you move. Divine timing, knowing when it's the right time for certain things. Okay, so language typically is, I'm a channel for divine wisdom. I followed inspired action. So you go into meditation, you hear the voice of God or the higher being, and you receive guidance and messages, and then you act upon those. Okay, shift here, moving from ego-driven manifestation to surrendering to a higher purpose. So this is where at this stage, the ego is still like, well, I want the car, I want the boat, I want the house, I want the boyfriend, so that I can be cool, so that I can belong to society, so I can fit in, so I can feel safe, so I can belong. It's still ego. It's still coming from the avatar, right? Locked in the 3D matrix, okay? So this might be a coach who used to hustle for clients, but now trusts divine alignment and is attracting the right people through opportunities effortlessly. They're using manifestation principles and using the power of the creator to manifest and call the clients in. So this is the surrender consciousness. You're learning to surrender to the higher power to work through you, with you, and around you. Finally, are you ready? This is the God zone. It's as me consciousness. This is the highest level, where the separation between the self and the divine dissolves. Here there is no distraction, no distinction between the creator and the created. You are one with the universe. Life lived in full alignment with divine will, and everything flows effortlessly. So the belief here is life happens as me. I am life. I am the trees. I am the ocean. I am all the money in the world. I am all the clients in the world. I am the galaxies. I am the universe. I am all the things beyond the universe. I am God. I am God. Not the God, the one and only, but God, meaning you are the one mind in pure oneness. The symptoms of this is bliss, oneness, no resistance, total presence. So Eckhart Tolle, the power of now, he teaches on this consciousness. If you want to go deeper on the teaching of this in preparation for my program, Divine Abundance Codes, The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle is a great read to help you understand, to energetically and philosophically understand this state of bliss and oneness where nothing is missing. Total presence in the moment of now. You're not thinking about what's for dinner. You're not thinking about what you did today. You're just in the now moment. Language used, I am that I am. I am divine consciousness expressing itself. Think of it as Christ consciousness or Buddhic consciousness. Okay? Right? On the Map of Consciousness by Dr. David R. Hawkins, it's enlightenment. It's not even on this chart. It's higher up, enlightenment, which is about 700 to 1,000. Okay. So the shift to fully embrace your divine nature, living from pure presence, meaning living from the God consciousness. A spiritual teacher who no longer seeks to achieve or strive, but simply embodies presence and allows life to unfold in divine perfection. This is where the money gets to show up, not just from your business, but from unexpected sources. A gift, a donation, money on the ground, an inheritance. You win the lotto, money from a scratch card. Someone pays for your dinner. Someone tips you, and a big tip, like expected and unexpected sources.